It's no secret, as we get older, it can feel harder to keep up with technology. Amen. That's why I love what my next guest has created. She's recruited young people to help more than 9,000 seniors master their tech. From Teeniors in Albuquerque, let's welcome Trish. Welcome to the show. It's nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you.
So you've seen firsthand the frustration seniors have with tech. I am frustrated with technology, and I'm 42.
Right.
This is an issue.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's an issue. It's especially an issue for older adults who didn't get their first cell phone until they were like 60 or 70. And none of us are getting any younger. So Teeniors are tech-savvy teens and young adults who help older adults learn technology through one-on-one coaching, whether that's a cell phone, computer, software. Our goal is to empower people to connect with their loved ones and engage with their community through tech while providing paid, meaningful jobs for teens and young adults.
It's incredibly cool. How did you get Teeniors off the ground?
So Teeniors was actually inspired by my own mom. She really likes what tech can do for her, from texting her family to reading the news on her phone. She also hates tech several times a month when, especially earlier, my brothers and I would get the call. She would lose a password, she'd lose a document, and we can't always be there to help. And I always wished that there was like a neighbor kid or somebody I could just call to send over, like to pay them to help her recover a password, for example. What really kind of put it over the edge, though, is my mom wanted to be a writer her whole life. She was a writer when she was in the military, and she wanted to write a book. She had started when she was 75, and she kept losing. You know how like you accidentally delete paragraphs? And you know how you don't know what to do? Well, we know what to do. We know to like Command Z on a MacBook.
Did she lose it?
She lost things all the time. And she didn't and she didn't know what you and I know. Like there's an easy way to recover that. You just Command Z, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So it was really, really frustrating for her. And after so many times of that, she just gave up. And she's like, I'm not writing anymore. And it's really heartbreaking to even talk about that, because we know there's so many people that don't pursue their curiosities, their passions for whatever reason. And in this case, there are people who can help. I know that if people realized how hard it is for older adults who are struggling to adapt to our digital world, people would want to help. And I want to make sure they're included in this increasingly digital world that we're living in.
Absolutely. So this started 10 years ago at an event, right?
Almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I pitched the idea at a women's entrepreneurial event, and we ended up winning first place through this amazing team of strangers that helped me that weekend to help build out this idea. And then we did our first Teeniors event. So senior center, you know, there's community senior centers in most cities. We put a flyer up, and I worked to get 6 teens involved, and I just paid them out of pocket. And our flyers were like, we're willing to help you with your smartphone. Do you need help with your cell phone? Anybody need help? And then we get there that day, and I'm like, please let someone show up. There's a line out the door.
Yeah.
Plenty of people wanted help. The teens were more than happy to help them. And we still do that to this day, 10 years later. It's so cool. So we do one-on-one private coaching sessions in someone's home, in a library, in a senior center, in our office space, or we can do group events. There are a number of older adults who feel very shamed by our society that they don't know already how to use tech. And adult children are usually not the best ones to help them. They're usually the ones who are like, Mom, I've shown you this 6 times. Let me just do it for you. Teaching is a skill. And maybe some people are a natural talent, but it's still a skill that you build. So the Teeniors, they are taught in the beginning, okay, like what I could do if I'm teaching Kelly is like, here, Kelly, there you go, see? That's how you get your email. But it's much more effective if I'm like, you hold your device. I'll point and direct. What I always say to the teens and young adults when I'm hiring them is, your tech skill is important, but that's not really the #1 thing I'm looking for. I'm looking for kindness and patience and the ability to communicate. And all of them report, I've become a better communicator. I've learned so much more patience. I now know how to explain things step by step, because it's in a leadership role. You know, they go from being the student to the teacher, and usually a first job for a lot of them. So it's super meaningful for both generations.
It's beneficial for everybody, both parties. Our next guest knows just how helpful Teeniors can be. Let's everybody say hello to Kathy. Welcome to our show. So, Kathy, welcome to the show, and tell me how you got started with Teeniors.
Wow. I met Trish years ago when she started Teeniors at a business event.
Yeah.
And she was telling me, I'm like, oh my goodness, I need that. So I went and bought an iPhone.
Yeah.
And it's like, now what?
I know. And it's amazing though how it opens up your entire world. Like now even like touring, like I can FaceTime kids. It's just everything is so accessible with it.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And it was different. And I thought, okay, read the instructions, but that's crazy. And I thought, Teeniors. And they taught me how to use the iPhone.
I'm 42 years old and I need lessons. I find things out all the time for my 9 and 11-year-old. I'm like, okay. But what have your interactions with Teeniors been like? What does it look like?
Well, you know, it's great. They're so respectful.
Yeah.
They are kind. They are patient. There's more than one way to learn a program, to learn an app, to learn how to use the Google Map.
Yeah.
Siri.
Yeah.
Make a phone call long distance, family, friends.
I love that. So, and now you're helping with your neighbors and friends, right?
I live in a senior citizen apartment complex.
Yeah.
And they're, you know, kind of, I don't know. And so I help them because with the training I've gotten from Teeniors, I'm able to help them. And they hire Teeniors also.
Oh, that's awesome, though. You're like, I got this. You're like, I know how to do this.
Got my friend here.
It's it's really been amazing to see how Kathy has been empowered from meeting her years ago and where most people are. You know, she's gone from being like, I have no idea what to do with this thing to I am like now teaching others. Yeah. And not only that, I mean, you have an appointment scheduled next week, right?
Yes.
That is because every
YouTube.
Yes. Every time she learns something new, she's like, okay, I got that. Now I want to learn this. Now I want to learn this. Like, she's like continued learning.
Yes.
I'm going to bet that Kathy knows more than I do. I'm going to bet. Yeah. It's like, What do you want to learn next?
Well, there's so much out there to learn.
Yeah.
You know, and the safety, the internet safety. Teeniors is so big with teaching us, you know, what to
look out for.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, and by the way, as I tell Kathy and a lot of our clients, you know, this is all relative. Even if you think you don't know a lot, you know, we'll have a 16-year-old teenager where I'm like, wow, it's really impressive. You're very good at that. Like, oh, you should see my 12-year-old brother. You know, he has a YouTube channel. Yeah. So it's all relative. Like, it's just about being inclusive so that everyone feels like they can pursue what they're curious about. Like, follow your curiosity, follow your passions, and we'll help you, hopefully. And I think it will spread and more people will want to help in that way. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to be technology.
It feels like it is spreading,
intergenerational connections.
Yes. All right, well, Trish doesn't know this, but we actually have a message from some of the students she's worked with, so let's check it out.
Working at Teeniors has taught me so much patience and given me so much empathy for our senior citizens.
Because of Teeniors, I've learned how to empower people, and I've learned how to be patient and communicate with others.
Because of Teeniors, I learned what it means to be human.
One of my favorite memories was helping an older lady learn Zoom in order to see her grandchild's wedding. It was really special.
Thanks to Teeniors, I was able to help a lovely older lady who had unfortunately lost her ability to read and write due to a stroke reconnect with her family using voice to text and Siri.
Being a Teenior has really helped me grow, and I'm proud to be a part of something that bridges generations through kindness and technology.
Teeniors is meaningful work, and I'm so glad to be part of many Teeniors, and thank you, Trish.
Thank you so much, Trish, for all the hard work that you've done.
Thank you, Trish. Thank you, Trish. You're amazing.
Look at the impact you're making. Oh, my goodness. Well, Trish, you may know our partners at Xfinity are raising the bar with their booming Wi-Fi, and they love what Teeniors is doing for everyone in the community, and that is why, through their parent company Comcast's $1 billion Community Impact Initiative Project Up, Xfinity is happy to donate $15,000 to Teeniors to help ensure digital literacy for seniors. Yeah. A big thank you to our friends at Xfinity. It's incredible. Thank you, guys. To learn more about how their Wi-Fi is booming, visit xfinity.com right now. We're going to be right back, everybody.